Hello again, Doran Markowitz from D Guitars Miami here with a special edition of This Week in Custom Crafted Cool Guitars. This week I am very proud to introduce my RS Tribute production prototype. This guitar can be custom built per order for you. It comes with a multitude of options for you to basically design your own RS. Let's say you've always wanted to get a red special, but you wanted a few different tweaks of your own in it to personalize it and make it really fit your hand and your style. That's where I come in. This particular one I'm very proud of because it's not only a production prototype, but this is the sixth one that I personally built for myself, and it's dedicated to my father. He would have been 82 this month, and he passed away 2 years ago in April. So I dedicated this guitar to him, and I figured it was only fitting. The way that I constructed this was the neck is 3-piece butternut and a center section of walnut, Bubinga ears. Fingerboard is Wenge. The body is a book-matched 1/8" top of Bubinga. The body frame is, the top section of the frame is 1/2" poplar on top of 7/8" Bubinga. And the back is 1/4" Luan plywood. I wanted to incorporate some aspect of the plywood from the original guitar into the build of this. Yours doesn't have to come with that. In fact, I would prefer to not build the guitar with any plywood at all. It's got all the correct hollow chambers, and in fact I added a little bit more to that to increase the sustain and acoustic quality of it. You've got the acoustic chambers on both sides here, but I also hollowed out underneath each pickup a 1/4" deeper than the pickups needed to mount. I also have where the paddle extension, because the neck is, it does join the body exactly as the original with a single bolt in the back. It's a paddle extension that goes up to just before the bridge pickup and has 2 hold down screws as well. Before it joins, on the original, the neck sits flush against the little wall that's routed. I actually have about a 1/4" space between the pickup and the end of the neck as well. Also, I've also added my neck tilt feature that you take off the pick guard and you can adjust the neck tilt so you can get the neck angle where you want it as well. I can't say enough about that. The nut width is 1 3/4 as per the original. String spacing is 2 1/16. It's a very comfortable guitar to play. You'll notice that the back plate for the tremolo cover is also wood. That's a piece of Bubinga that I stained as close as possible to match the back. The 2 colors are slightly different. The guitar also features my trademark cat's eye sound hole, which is very cool, and that's optional for you as well. Another very interesting feature about this is that unlike the original, which is 24" scale, this one is my personal preference of 25.5 like a Fender, but the fretboard is 12" radius like a Gibson. There are a lot of options. The headstock has the 4-degree neck headstock angle. You have Schaller style locking tuners on the back, a tusk guide nut behind the stainless steel 0 fret, and 24 tall skinny nickel silver frets, which are my preference. The fingerboard is inlaid with 1/4" mother of pearl dots and a Bubinga starburst at the 1st fret, which also has a dot in the middle as well. You can see that the plates, I made them out of cream. You can have your plates single ply, multi-ply. You can even have them exotic wood, such as on this example here, which was my number 5. You can see that I have cocobolo and various other exotic woods in that one. That one is constructed of 47 pieces of wood, fingerboard alone of 11 strips. Those that know have already seen the video on that. The tremolo, it took me a long time to find a cost-effective way to produce a guitar with a tremolo that resembled the original tremolo and responded fairly close. So I settled in on a Mustang-style tremolo that I have specially modified to function more closely to the original as well as appear more like it. I added certain spacers and whatnot to give the bar a certain appeal and look. The bridge is a Wilkinson roller bridge. You've got a trio of trisonic pickups, and of course they're wired to my special, what I call my ultimate red special wiring which includes the master switch, that's a 3-way toggle, but wired in series like a Dan Electro, that controls the neck and bridge pickups. This switch over here is the on-off phase switch for the middle pickup. This switch over here is a series parallel switch for the bridge pickup. Going down to the sliders at the bottom, this one is the phase switch for the bridge pickup. This is a series parallel switch for the middle pickup. And this is a phase switch for the neck pickup. The body dimensions are pretty much the same as the original. It's actually cut to scale, and the body is about 1.5 inches thick, as per the original. Tonally, the guitar is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to demonstrate it with 2 different amps. I have my 5-watt Gretsch Electromatic Tweed tube amp, which, even though it has a 6V6 power tube instead of an EL84, it's still a Class A wired tube amp, so it sounds more like a Fender Champ, but you get the idea. And the other amp that I'm going to demonstrate through is the white Vox Brian May Deaky amp, but I'm not going to be using the treble booster feature on that because it's kind of dismal. I have a really nice treble booster pedal from Voltage Pickups that I'm going to be demonstrating it with, and you can hear a multitude of sustain out of it. Now, right now, I'm just going through the Gretsch without the booster on. Bridge and middle in series is my preferred setting. And now, I can put it in parallel. You can hear it's got some Strat-like tones to it. Back to series. If I put on the booster and roll the volume off, wait, something's wrong here. Let me switch my picks. I'm going to use a silver quarter pick that I shaped just like a Jazz 3, so that way it'll have more of that silver coin pick like Brian. And if I kick in a little bit of overdrive, switch amps. Now we're in the box. If I crank the booster pedal up all the way, bring the amp volume up. Tremolo drops very low. Let's hear the other settings. Neck and middle together. Back to let me turn off off the booster for a moment because I want to demonstrate some of the other tones without all that distortion. Got a lot of options here. If I put the switch in the middle, I can get all three of them with this on. What's cool is that depending upon which pickup you phase against the others, you get a whole slew of different sounds. Right now, all of them are on in series, in phase. Neck pickup out of phase. These two in phase. Put that back. Middle pickup out of phase. And now, bridge pickup out of phase. A lot of options. Now you're probably wondering, I haven't said anything about how to get the middle pickup on by itself. Put this switch down here like normal, and simply throw this switch into parallel. It acts like an on-off switch. And now you just have the middle pickup. You'll notice that the tremolo has a pretty nice range to it. It comes back in tune every time. The action on this is nice and low at 1/16 of an inch. It's very fast. I can't say enough about this guitar. This is really, I'm very proud of this particular model, and if you're interested in having me build one like this for you, don't hesitate to give me a call at 305-896-1811 or inbox me, send me a message. Again, I'm one of those builders that will actually custom build something for you per order to your specifications, your desire, your dream. Another thing that I also want to point out before I go is that unlike a lot of production guitars that are out there, this guitar, the neck itself has what I call my true 22 neck. The true 22 means that it's 22 millimeters thick from this spot at the first fret all the way up to where the neck starts to join the body. And that may not seem very significant, but it is. The reason is because when your thumb does not have to adapt to an increasing or decreasing thickness on a neck, that actually eliminates that area of drag and you can play faster. You may not realize it, it's a very subtle thing, but guitars that have necks that taper from say 22 to 24 millimeters or various other tapers, your thumb is adjusting as you go up. And that actually can slow you down. I've actually noticed that. So my guitars, when I build them with a consistent thickness all the way up, regardless of whatever thickness you want, whether you want it to be 22 or if you want a faster 20 millimeter or you want a fatter 24, it'll be the same consistency all the way up. You can have any radius that you want. You can have any scale length that you want, whether you want 25.5 such as this one, or you want a 24 3/4 like a Les Paul, or you want a 24 like the original. You can have 12-inch radius like this, like a Gibson, or you can have more of like a 10-inch like PRS, or you can have a vintage 7 1/4. I can even do compound radius. I can do a flatter radius like 14-inch or whatever. It's your guitar. Why not have it feel the way you want it to feel? You have that idea in mind of how you want your guitar to play. There are plenty of Red Special fans out there that would love to have one. They're just not sure that they want to be limited by specifics. That's where I come in. Let me custom craft your dream Red Special for you today. I also like to incorporate as much wood as possible into my builds. And that's why the knobs are Babinga, which match the top. You'll notice this one, it's all wood. All the plates are wood. The trem cover, the pick guard, even the truss rod cover. Can't say enough about it. For more information, don't hesitate to give me a call. Again, 305-896-1811, Dorn Markowitz from D Guitars Miami. Thanks for watching and have a great day.